Disney Channel.
What's this podcast called?
Sepsis from Planet Weird.
Podcast from Planet Weird.
Oh, Luck of the Irish. More like Freak Me in the Eyeballs.
I love this movie.
No!
I told you not to bring up prom in this
you want
episode.
to talk about prom, mama? Dramacaflama, baby. I was nominated for winner from
God damn. Okay. Hello, everybody. It is a happy birthday, all women today. Can we get a round of applause for women? Oh, you're getting like so noise gated, but yes, women. It sounds like nothing.
Can you do like I mean, it's a lot of editing. Can you just insert like a fast clapping noise effect?
We'll see.
Okay.
Welcome to Podcast from Planet Weird. This is episode 312, and it's our first episode of season 7. Woo! More applause.
Woo!
Yes, and we're spending this month talking about 3 sisters named Mary, Kate, and Ashley. Am I right?
This is the month I dread out of every year.
We've never done this before.
Well, I dread it knowing that it's them.
I gave you options last year.
And I avoided it like the plague, like this pimple that I got last night.
I believe we did. Didn't we do Matilda March?
Yes.
Matilda.
I said because the movie had just
Matilda March or Mary Kate and Ashley March, and you said Matilda.
Yeah, because why would I pick? Okay.
And then I said, but you will have to do this.
I was gonna say, let's remember the track record that I've had with their movies and my feelings towards them.
Yes.
And let's just say, my feelings have not changed.
But the people want it. They love these little girls.
No one loves them anymore.
People still love them. Especially I forget the Instagram account, but like the way I got the Google Drive link to all of these movies was from, I'll put the link in the description because some of these you can't even buy them. You can't even like rent them on iTunes, you know? It's like, hey, I would love to support executive producers Mary, Kate, and Ashley, but I can't even rent this, you know?
They got fashion money now, don't they?
Yeah, probably. I'll put the link in the description, but there's some Mary, Kate, and Ashley fan account on Instagram that just has this link in the bio being like, here's the drive to all their movies.
Take it.
So we want to shout them out today. Thank you. You are
Nameless
correct.
Instagram account.
Yeah, I forget because I found it like a couple years ago.
Work.
But we have talked about some Mary Kate and Ashley movies in the past. We have covered When in Rome, Passport to Paris, Holiday in the Sun.
Mm-hmm.
Which
one was the one that was just a Bahamas?
That
commercial?
was Holiday in the Sun. Sponsored by Atlantis. We've also done Double Toil and Trouble.
The witch
that
one.
Was spooky. And then we have done It Takes Two, which was the only theatrical one out of all of those.
Thank the Lord, it was probably the best one.
With Kirstie Alley, yes.
I think I like the witch one.
Yeah, that one was spooky. I think our only problem was that they named the only black character in the movie Mr. N. Wasn't that it? We said, maybe not.
I mean,
let's maybe not do that. But yes, so we have covered these before, but would you believe we still have a handful left?
Maybe we don't. Let's say we don't.
Let's don't and say we did.
Mm-hmm.
And there's several we could have chosen. I chose Switching Goals and Billboard Dad for this month because as a kid, Switching Goals is one that I enjoyed a lot, and we'll get to my thoughts now. And then I chose Billboard Dad, and Billboard Dad technically came out before Switching Goals, but I wanted to put it after Switching Goals because I think a lot of people really like that one, or at least more than some of these other ones we've talked about. I think people hold Billboard Dad in like a high regard when it comes to these like direct to DVD ones.
Oh,
You
these
know?
are direct to DVD.
Yes. Well,
No wonder they felt weird.
Switching Goals was the TV one, and we'll talk about that. But yes, all of the other ones. I think Double Double Toil and Trouble we said aired on like ABC. But I think it's raining. But When in Rome, Passport to Paris, Holiday in the Sun, those are all part of their Dual Star Productions direct to DVD series. They said we're just pumping these out. And a lot of them were them in like different vacation places. Like those three that I mentioned. There's also Our Lips Are Sealed, which I know Ivy wants us to talk about. There's Getting There. I don't know where they get, but they get somewhere. There is Winning London, which I presume is in London. So they were everywhere. Global girls.
I'm gonna pop my eyes in.
Um,
I can't do this anymore.
okay, well, let's go ahead and dive into Switching Goals. Let's get it over with, sweetie. All right, here
Let's go. Let's go.
here is
Don't be mad at
Switching
me.
Goals. Switching Goals is a 1999 television film directed by David Steinberg and starring Mary Kay and Ashley Olsen. Now, pause because I did say television film. That's right. I'm sure this one did have a DVD release and probably VHS too. It's 99 back in the day, but it did first appear on The Wonderful World of Disney. It was a Wonderful World of Disney film.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, well.
It aired December 12th, 1999, just in time for the holiday season. Everyone knows December is soccer season.
Oh, for sure. You know,
Yeah.
not hockey. Is hockey in the wintertime, or is it just because it's on ice that I think it's winter?
I have no idea.
Can I tell you
Can't they
something
play that
funny?
anytime?
Can I tell you something stupid?
Sure.
When I was hearing about people being like, "Oh, these people and their Stanley Cups," I'm like, "Are people stealing Stanley Cups?"
When I heard it at first too, I was like, isn't that the hockey thing?
I literally was like, "Why do people own? Are they just fabricating these trophies?"
Okay.
And then turns out, no, lead.
I think it looks like the openers I'm seeing. I'm getting a note from our producer Alan, and he's saying that the home openers for NHL are in October. So fall. We're looking at a fall season.
Okay, a fall, winter.
Winter
It
for
ends in
hockey.
winter. It ends in winter.
Yeah.
And a winter.
And a winter. That makes sense. Have you ever been to a hockey game?
No, I feel like they're boring.
I have not either.
Well, I don't know. I think sports are. I don't know. I like the baseball that we went to last year.
We didn't even watch the game.
Yeah, that's like the fun part. Like you don't have to watch it.
I know my mom was like, "Do you want to go to a spring training game?" I was like, "I don't know. We kind of went last year, and like we didn't watch the game." And
What
the
did we
pretzel I
do?
had was mid.
I loved all my hot dogs. You better not talk shit.
I wanted them to have a hot dog I could eat, but they didn't.
Maybe
So I
just
had
eat
that-
pork. Dang.
That's what you think that is in there?
I'll believe it till the day I die,
I remember I had that
and even after.
mustache pretzel. It was that pretzel place where like their logo was a mustache. So
I
that
don't
was the
fuck with
pretzel
pretzels
instead of a big regular pretzel or even some pretzel bites. It was just that big ass pretzel, and I had to pay extra for the fucking cheese. Some bullshit. And then I know I had the berries.
Yeah, we had the chocolate covered berries. Those were
good.
slay.
Those were good. But yeah, the pretzel wasn't great.
Yeah,
It was
don't
too
fuck with pretzels.
expensive.
I don't understand why people like pretzels. They're not good.
I love pretzels. I went to the movies a couple weeks ago and I got a pretzel.
I feel so okay. I'm gonna stir the pot. Pretzels and popcorn. I could see them disappear, and I would not.
But I got a cinnamon pretzel. Does that change anything for
That's
you?
a churro, mama.
Okay, and they didn't have those.
Just get a churro.
They didn't have those at Harkins. I got a cinnamon pretzel. Honestly, they didn't put enough cinnamon on it for me. I think they were rushing. They thought I really wanted it fast.
Cinnamon.
Yes, but I ate it all. So, anyway, so this movie, it was directed by David Steinberg, and he has done like a bunch of TV show stuff. Just that's all I could find on him.
Great.
But it was written by David Kukoff, David's $1 Million Cook-Off, and Matt Roshko, who are a writing duo. And I found out via the IMDb that they also directed movies that were also in Wonderful World of Disney, which was AG Double Hockey Sticks, which we've already covered.
Yes.
Remember that one?
Hell.
It was about hell and hockey.
Hell.
And then also helped write Model Behavior.
And which one was that one?
With where Justin Timberlake's in it.
Ew.
And Kathy Lee Gifford, our queen. The one that always goes, "Hello world, this is me."
That's the Saddle Club commercial.
Yeah. But they also did this Wonderful World of Disney movie that I've never heard of, surprisingly. Called Mr. Headmistress.
All right.
And I think it was in that era. It's 1998. I think it's that era of like Tootsie had come out
Tootsie.
a handful prior, and then we had the Mrs. Doubtfire. It was the era of like men in drag
because it's men
trying to get something for them to benefit. It says Tucker recently got out of prison, but is soon sought after by other bad men. So to escape them, he disguises himself.
Other bad men.
So to escape them, he disguises himself as the new headmistress of an all-girls school. And Katie Sagal, Pat from Smart House herself, is in it.
Okay.
But I just thought that was interesting that I've never heard of that. Yeah.
She was recently released from jail. Is sought after by other bad guys. Perfect.
He's a bad guy, but the other bad guys are trying to get the bad guy. But yeah, anyway, there's not a ton of info about this. It was a Dual Star Productions, which was Mary-Kate and Ashley's production company. And a Warner Brothers Television joint production. They both produced it.
All right.
Yes. What's your history with this film?
I've never seen it in my whole life.
Have you ever heard of it?
No. From you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's it. My knowledge is the extensive knowledge of the universe that is the Mary-Kate and Ashley production movies are exclusively from you.
Yes. You only knew New York Minute?
I don't even know that one.
Oh, you didn't know New York Minute?
I don't know any of these movies.
Oh my goodness.
I only knew that they had
House?
a show on ABC Family that I never watched.
And we'll get to that.
Oh,
and we'll get to the facts that you single-handedly caused it to be canceled because you weren't fucking watching. And that's why it only lasted
every
this
time
season.
any show is canceled. I'm like, oh, that was because I never watched it.
I know, me too. We've talked about this. They're canceling shows left and right. And I'm like, it was on my watch list. I was gonna get to it.
And for what reason?
Anyways, I saw this movie, I'm assuming on Wonderful World of Disney, because I remember liking it as a kid. Like, I think I've said that this and Passport to Paris were really the only ones that I know I watched as a kid. And I remember liking this one probably because I was Sporty Spice myself. In 99, like, this was primo Sarah is into women's soccer. Sarah was obsessed with Mia Hamm era. So it is all making sense. And so I picked this one because I was like, well, I remember really liking this one. So let's fucking do it. And to my shock, not good. Not only not good, not good. Like, are any of these actually good
No.
Mary-Kate and Ashley movies? I mean, it's Mary-Kate and Ashley movies. But, like, not even as interesting or exciting as I thought it would be. And I've rewatched this maybe, like...
Didn't you say that this was your favorite?
Yeah, I watched it maybe like 5 to 8 years ago. Some point where like it was on Hulu and I was like, I haven't seen this since I was 4. I'm gonna watch it.
I lived.
And maybe because I hadn't seen it. Yeah, maybe because I hadn't seen it since I was 4, it was a little more interesting. But this time around, I was like, this just isn't doing it for me. It's not doing it.
Sarah, you said this was an hour and 23 minutes.
Yeah.
The way this
It
felt
felt
like an eternity.
I
lived 1,000 lifetimes watching this movie.
I watched 45 minutes yesterday, and then today I was like, okay, I'll just watch the other 45 minutes. But
And
it
it took you 3
felt
hours.
so long. It felt so long. And then the last 7 minutes of the movie, the game part, go by so quickly, and I'm like, what happened? What is the pacing here?
Mama.
Anyways,
Mama. Mama.
Mama, we all go to hell.
Mama, drag me to hell.
So, girl, my bug zapper is going on.
He's popping the fuck off right now. Bzz, bzz.
Get it, girly, save me. Save me.
Get their asses.
So, switching goals, what would you think is going to happen from this title?
I thought, okay, here's what I thought on initial viewing, right? Because let's just start with the premise. Let's just start with the premise right now. For those of you that don't fucking know what's gonna go on, let's start with the premise. Mary-Kate and Ashley do their classic stunt, right? Of we're twins that are girls, but one of us is a tomboy, the one with the black bandana in Sarah's background, and one of us is a girly girl, the one with the headband. Okay. That's the unique premise that they put in every fucking movie.
And your wording is perfect because literally in the Wikipedia it says Sam is a star soccer player and a tomboy. However, she wants to attract boys. Emma is a popular girly girl who enjoys fashion and makeup, but she wants to be better at sports. But I loved, there's Wikipedia pages, there's one for tomboy, which isn't crazy to me. But there's a Wikipedia page for girly girl, and it got me thinking about how that was such a 90s and 2000s phrase.
I'm a girly girl.
That, like, thankfully, I think people don't really use anymore. They maybe just use feminine.
No, we've moved into girly.
Well, girly is like everyone.
Everyone is girly.
My
Everyone
dog's
is
a
mama.
girly.
Everyone's baby girl.
Yeah.
Everyone is diva. Everyone is girl.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get offended by any of those, get out.
But it was so wild because I had forgotten about the phrase girly girl until seeing this Wikipedia page and the horrors it just brought back.
Horrors.
Because as you can probably tell from childhood photos and just the way I am now.
You're a girly girl.
Oh, you know it. You know it. But yeah, that was wild to me. But Mary-Kate, who is playing Sam, the tomboy, was always, I think we've mentioned this before, that she was always the tomboy. Like that was the dichotomy. You're right. We always had Ashley as the girly one, and then Mary-Kate is the tomboy. That's how it was.
Like one is into STEM, the other one is into makeup. One is into sports, the other one is into makeup. Can we talk about the fact that they reduced women, like the classic woman, to makeup?
And that's why we're talking about this today.
on
International Women's
Day.
Because honestly, this poor mom in this movie,
I hate
the
her.
misogyny she had to deal with.
Oh.
She had to do. I was like, at one point, I just wrote, "I love misogyny," because there was so much misogyny in this movie. Like,
I mean, yes, I won't deny it. I can see it. I'm not gonna be blind to it, right? But I also hate this mom.
I'm not gonna be blind to it, but I am gonna participate in it.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm just because of the mom. Honestly, just to the mom, and some of her actions. Um, but yeah. So classic girl and classic girl boy.
Mm-hmm.
I love sports, so I'm different, right? And I suck at talking to boys. So my initial thought was, I thought it was gonna be like switching goals, like because it's soccer. Like I thought it was gonna be a play on word, but like in a way that's like we're gonna be switching, like oh, you're gonna go do soccer. Well, I want to do soccer, so I'm gonna go do soccer while you go do girl.
I mean, that's kind of what happens.
Like I thought they were gonna fully like switch. I didn't.
You thought
think that-
only one was gonna be playing soccer at a time.
and the other, I thought it was gonna be like I'm super butch, you're super femme. Let's switch it because I want to be super femme and you want to be super butch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I would love that, exploring gender.
That would be cool. I
American
it probably wouldn't
baptism.
save this fucking movie, but better topic. But I didn't think that they were just gonna be like switching teams for all of 5 minutes.
I don't recall that I knew that was the premise. I at least remembered that from when I was 4. My little 4-year-old brain remembered
What an excellent memory.
two girls look alike.
Switch.
They switch, and that's
Perf.
goals,
Perf.
right? I did not remember the dad being in on it, which is wild.
There's a can we just jump into this shit because we gotta go, we gotta run.
Okay, so first of all, we're at like a carnival or like a field day. What do you call those things where you have like the two-legged race, three-legged race, the two-legged race?
Yeah, two-leg races. This looked like a corporate picnic.
Yeah,
Like your dad's like
company
corporate
picnic.
picnic.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to think of.
It gave that energy.
Yeah,
Because otherwise, like, what would this be like a family reunion? That's like the only other thing that I can think of. I don't know what kind of families do this shit, but if your family does it, you know, that's awesome. That's fucking great. Your family's fucking weird, but that's awesome.
So the girls are there with their father, Jerry.
And he's fucking buff as shit, and he's hot.
And so this dad, actually, it's the same actor who played their dad on the Fox Family Channel show So Little Time, which only had 1 season and got canceled because you weren't watching. But I was watching. I was there.
Well, he was hot, so good job at Mary Kate and Ashley for plucking that one.
You're saying we want to work with him again.
Yes.
So Sam is the sporty one, Emma is the other one, the girly one.
Yes.
So the dad is like, Sam, you need to help me win this competition and stuff, and Emma's like, okay, I'm just here.
I will say the dad is kind of shit because he is kind of like,
no, yeah, he's a bad dad.
No.
Yeah.
I think he
just cares about winning. He's literally like Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off type dad, like any of those DCOM sports dads, like only cares about winning and is not caring about their kid.
No, I think he cares about his kids. I just think he's fully aware that one of his kids is like not good at this shit and she's not gonna make her be bad at it.
One of their kids just isn't talented.
And honestly, leave that one in the dust. Nurture the one that loves art. Nurture the one that loves soccer. Nurture
Emma
the one
is too far gone.
Like, I'm sorry that who is it? Sam the girly?
Sam's sporty, Emma is girly.
Okay, Ema. Let her be a mua.
Mm-hmm.
Let her be a mua someday, okay? Like let her be that goal. Let her be an entrepreneur, right? Let
mua.
Let Sam.
An MUA, which is just what I thought was Manny's last name.
Mandy Mua. Me too.
I thought Manny MUA was literally just Manny Moi. I thought that was their name.
No, me too. I'm so glad it wasn't just me. I was like, I love Mandy Mua. He's gay. And I never liked him. I don't care about him.
And his name sounds like when you blow a kiss. Moi.
He sounds like that Dua Lipa pop. Dua Lipa pop? I mean, what's the worst?
You know what? Catch me and I go Houdini.
It's no longer training season. But yeah, let her be a makeup guru. I don't fucking know, but like, I don't know. This mom pissed me the fuck off. But we'll get to her because
Oh,
we cut to her and she's a psychic and
she's
salesperson.
doing some role at this company picnic where she pretends to be a psychic, but they're like, I just want the bottle of water.
It's popcorn.
Oh, popcorn, whatever. Sorry. And you knew because you hate popcorn.
Because I hate
You
popcorn,
wrote that down.
and I hate this mom.
But when we get home, we have the mom being like, you're shutting Emma out, like,
Because Emma comes over here and is like, Dad doesn't want me to like participate with him because he thinks I'm gonna make him lose. And it's like, well, girl, do you think you're gonna make him win?
but he's so concerned with winning.
But would you okay?
And now you're gonna ask me how I would parent. Everyone should be feeling included, even if they're untalented.
No, I'm sorry. Like, no offense to anyone. I would rather feel one of my kids, I would rather have one of my kids feel extensive joy that they're like doing something really well than both of my kids feel bad because one is losing and the other one has to watch the other one lose.
But Sam doesn't feel like a bunch of joy. She's just like, yeah, okay, like I'll help you. Like
She's just having fun. She doesn't give a shit.
but like I think she's won with him so many times that she's used to it. She's like, okay.
Yeah.
This would only benefit both of them. Emma will get her time in the sun to shine, and Sam will realize without this you are nothing. Become more than just a sporty queen. Get a law degree or something.
Wow. So you're saying that women have to be more than just athletes.
Become
Wow, Sarah
multifaceted.
on International Women's Day is being very reductive, saying that women have to be literally everything: a nurse, a doctor, a scientist, a microbiologist, an astronaut, a woman.
And I think Coolsville sucks. Just like if she's always winning, she needs to know how to flop sometimes.
No, I say stay winning. If you're a flop Tina, get out of my face.
She's gonna go to college and flop like a flounder.
She got a B in science. Like, girl, she's fine. She's doing okay.
Okay. I do want to talk about how the mom is putting the plates on the top of the dishwasher, and which I thought was weird enough that I wrote it in my notes.
I don't know how to load a dishwasher, so I can only say that, yeah, sure.
Like maybe it's the way because okay, so you don't know what the top rack of
notice the fuck.
you don't know the top rack of your dishwasher, like what that looks like?
Sarah, I've never used the dishwasher in my whole fucking life.
Okay.
You
Does
forget
anyone
that
use it there? Or is it or you guys just use the sink?
we use the sink. Why do you think they're always fucking dirty dishes?
Girl,
You don't think I
know.
want to use the dishwasher? But my mom literally says no because it doesn't clean the dishes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because on my top of the dishwasher, everyone reply with pictures of your dishwashers because mine is just where like the
Isn't
cups
it for
go.
cups?
Like it has all the little the sticks sticking up, so you put cups in there. But this lady is putting in a bunch of plates,
Between those.
and I don't know what's going on.
And this dad is
and I
trying
want
to
answers.
alley-oop some plates in this bitch.
Yeah, he's trying to like throw plates, and she's.
I
Like,
think okay.
I hate you.
I'm not upset with the dad of like wanting to win competitions. That's fine. I'm upset of how they made him like so obsessed with winning that it's like even loading the dishwasher is like a thing with him, and it's like
And he owns the sports store. It's like okay.
he has a legacy. It says like, have you ever heard that thing of like it's like your dad is one of two things: either a really big sports guy or a really big World War guy.
Have I heard that? No.
Yeah, okay, so that's a thing that I heard recently. I don't know from where. No one quote me. But he's just like a sports guy. He's not like into like World War II. He's not into guns.
Oh, you're either this dad or you're the Diary of a Wimpy Kid dad.
I guess.
Remember him? He was obsessed with like Civil War reenactments.
Yeah, basically. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Oh yeah, and then I said, why is this man giving his wife a noogie? That was
That
also
was
like,
also crazy. That was
what?
also crazy. Like the extreme depiction of this dad is like, what the fuck? He is weird. He's weird.
He's a bro. Like, it was weird.
I think it would have
It's
been better
getting
if he was just
weird.
like, I think he should have just dated another guy. Me.
It was just
It would have
interesting.
been fine together.
But yeah, that whole scene was just mom being like, stop pigeonholing the girls.
Well,
Blah blah blah.
stop pigeonholing the girls, and then also like make Sam feel special by like not letting her try. I got weird mixed messages because let's keep going. Well, I'll explain what I mean in a minute.
Oh my god, this is a house divided. One of us is Team Sam, one of us is Team Emma.
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 No, one of us is team mom. The other one is just team dad.
Okay. At school, we see that Sam is crushing on a boy named Greg, and we recognize him as Teddy from Ice Princess,
Okay,
our Zamboni driver.
I did not.
Oh, okay. Yes, and Emma is like the popular one. She goes and has all these friends to talk to, and Sam is just standing there.
Well, and that's the crazy thing. It's like you're shutting out Sam. She feels left out, and it's like, isn't Sam like super fucking popular? So what is this like confusion about?
Emma.
I'm so done. Okay, we got Sporty Spice and Makeup Spice. Okay, that's how we're
Yes.
gonna distinguish them going forward. Fucking
Yes.
Makeup Spice over there, the Mua, Miss Mua. We got Miss Mua and Sporty Spice. There we go. Miss Mua over there is so popular, has so many friends. Meanwhile, Sporty Spice is over here crying in the corner because no one wants to hang out with her. So what is the tea? The mom is over here like, oh my god, my poor makeup daughter is not gonna have like confidence. But it's like, what is this?
And that daughter grew up to found Elf.
Alf.
Elf makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Does Elf stand for something?
I think it's ELF.
Yeah, but like, what do those letters mean?
I don't know.
Okay. At Dad's
I'm
work,
not a Mua.
at Dad's work,
Oh, it's
we
raining.
have. I know it is.
I love it.
Eyes, lips, face.
Oh, there we go then.
Eyes, lips, face. Cicero. Dipshits. At Dad's work, we have. I said it's the villain from The Other Me. His name is Dave
Perfect.
in this movie, but we remember him maybe from The Other Me when he was running around town, trying to get that kid, that clone. He tells Jerry that soccer is going co-ed, and this is where the misogyny begins.
Okay, this is where the misogyny does begin. I do agree. This was kind of fucking weird because it was very like, at one point they fully said like women or girls bring an extra complexity to the game.
Mhm.
Tears. And I was like, oh, girls cry. Girls just cry the whole time. I'm a girl, I'm crying.
Here's their uterus, their boobs boobing around on the field.
What if their boob gets hit and then it explodes mid-game? What are we supposed to do? What if they suddenly start to period blood all over the ball? What am I supposed to do with that?
All good questions.
You think girls are
meetings.
supposed to be running up and down this field right now? No. You know why? Because it's not sprouting flowers.
Mm-mm. Girls are supposed to be watering those flowers and putting them in their hair.
Oh, in their hair.
For a flower crown.
Can we talk about the era of flower crowns?
That's a whole episode.
Can we bring that back?
Tumblr flower crown era. Yes. Okay. So at home, we find out that both girls want to be on Dad's team, the Hurricanes.
Okay, and this is where my fucking detective hunch, like deciphering of this movie is about to begin, because what the fuck?
Well,
I don't.
Emma says, "Yeah, sure."
Is that Sporty Spice or Mua?
So, because the parents are asking like, "Oh, Emma, do you want to play soccer?" Because they're like, "Of course, Sam's gonna want to play soccer."
Yes, but okay, but this is the mom. The mom is fully pressuring Emma into being like, you want to try soccer, right?
Aren't we all, as children, just pawns in our parents' lives?
Yeah, but like I would hope my parents can play 4D chess. And mine didn't. Mine missed the
In
mark
which
real
way
hard at
does the
one point.
bishop go?
Hmm?
I said, in which way does the bishop go on the board? Who knows?
My mom was asking my dad that.
Who knows? We haven't found out.
Listen, my parents tried to put me in karate. Did not like that.
Me too. So did you ever, I'm assuming you haven't because I believe I've never heard you talk about it, but did you ever play youth soccer?
No, my dad tried to get me to play baseball.
Mm-hmm. And how was that?
I didn't like it either.
Okay. You said I want to be at the games eating the hot dogs.
I want to eat the hot dogs, yes.
Mm-hmm.
My
Did
parents
you
would have
like play in
benefited
any
me.
games?
No.
Just practices?
No, my dad was just trying to like teach me the game and I said I don't like this.
Okay, so it was just you in the backyard or whatever.
No, we went to like the park.
Okay, but you never like got signed up for a team.
No, what the fuck?
Okay. You weren't in organized youth sport?
Ew, no.
Because I was in soccer for a hot minute.
I seen the pictures.
I'll post a pic of me on Instagram from back in the day. I was a little Mia Hamm, and it probably was 1999 when I did it. So you can really see the age that I was watching this at. But I quit. I'll have to ask my mom if I actually was in any games or if it was just practices. But it was so much running. That was my main complaint. I was like, it's just too much running. And
Oh no, I picked the game that literally is just running.
it is just running. Yeah, like soccer to me, like, oh, NFL, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a shit. You bitches are always stopping and starting. Your field isn't as big.
You only have to sprint. Like that's it. Like these people are actually like running.
Yeah, you have a bunch of commercials in your game. When you watch a soccer game,
There's no fucking halftime show in soccer.
You blow that whistle, and girly, you need to run for 45 minutes plus the added time. Added time there. You better start running. And that just wasn't for me. So
Clearly,
I was more of a basketball person.
An indoor sport with AC.
With AC, yes.
And wood.
Unless it goes out because the generator
only had so much oil.
only had so much oil. And it didn't burn.
But no, like the mom is fully pressuring Emma, Miss Mua over here to be like, you said you wanted your dad to spend time with you, so here we go, you're gonna join soccer. And like later on, to fully just bounce around. This movie is utter nonsense, by the way. Like the structure does not make any fucking sense. We could bounce around the whole thing.
If they had added like a backstory where like that had happened to the mom once, where like she's like, well, your aunt, my sister,
killed me,
sporty one, and I wanted to play sports, but I wasn't good. So our dad, like, if it's like she was just redoing all of this to try to like take a hold of that would have made sense.
Yeah, well, and then the crazy thing is that the mom is a psychiatrist.
Yes, she's a therapist.
The mom is a therapist who fully is like therapeutic. I thought it was illegal to therapize your family.
I thought so too, because I remember thinking like, is that not the same as like when you're I guess I'm thinking of never mind. I'm thinking of how like he has his daughter on his team, and I was thinking, is that not the same as when a teacher has their kid in their class? But also with therapy, yes, I don't think you're supposed to be treating your kids as clients.
No, I think it's kind of unethical to do that, if I'm not wrong. I might be wrong. But like it just didn't feel right because she fully is also like doing that to her husband. And she was like, I don't know. This mom just feels kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie. She feels kind of shit. The dad also, didn't start off strong with his weird misogyny stuff, but like he wants his kids to like feel successful.
Okay, now it's draft day, and mom tells Jerry
what pissed me off. The mom tells Jerry,
Emma,
you better pick Emma fucking first. And that's
said,
where I'm like,
think the fuck not.
That's where I drew the line because that's shitty. Like, this is an audition, right? Like this is why it's not good when you have like your child as like you're coaching your child or whatever.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he should have picked either of them, and I think they shouldn't be allowed to be on their parents' team. That seems weird. Now, did my dad have to take over as a coach on our basketball team a couple times? Yes. Yeah.
I think it's fine. As long as it's like deserved, right? Like if your kid is fucking baller, superstar, automatic, supersonic, hypnotic, funky, fresh,
yeah, and they don't get extra treatment, like extra.
And they don't get extra treatment, then sure, fuck it, put them on your team. But the fact that the mom went, you have to pick Emma first, and she was like, and he fully was like, what if she's bad? And she goes, I don't give a fuck if she's bad.
I know she's bad, but you need to pick her.
Like that just sounds terrible. Because then it's like, okay, cool. Not only am I the shitty person on this like fairly good team, honestly, but now like I have to know that my mom made my dad pick me. Like, you know what I mean?
That would have been good too if there was like a heartbreaking scene where she found that out and then she's crying.
Like the only reason you're on this team is because your mom made your dad pick you.
Yes.
Because
that was that. Why didn't the bully say that to that girl?
That would have been fucking crazy.
Would have ruined her life.
But like that's where I was like, this mom's crazy. Because now she's forcing her daughters to do stuff that like they kind of don't want to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Again, you're not nurturing. You're kind of just forcing something to happen. Because you're a psychiatrist, whatever.
The dad is worried that Sam will get picked by another team, but he does it. He picks Emma.
And then this fat fucker, this sleepy fat fucker.
Yes, who runs in at the end. He does pick Sam. He's on the Buzzards team.
He's like, seeing as it's co-ed, let's pick where are the girls? Where are the girls?
I do want to talk about some of these coaches here because like we have the British guy.
Crazy.
But we do have these, what I'm assuming is a gay couple for this one team. For these two men that are always arguing with each other and that coach a team together. Did you not see this?
I thought they were all separate teams.
No, there's one team, I think it's the Bulls, where it's two men who are friends but are always arguing with each other about how to coach. And they're coaching together.
That's their kink. They go home and fuck real hard after that.
And I was trying to find the Twitter accounts for the writers, which is hard to do these days, but I couldn't find them because I was going to be like, are these men supposed to be gay? I need to know. Is this like a Coraline situation where we can tweet at Neil Gaiman and he goes, yes, they're gay?
Duh.
Yes, of course. Because I can only assume that that's what that was.
Let's believe it, because nothing in this movie is of interest beyond that point.
We see Emma struggling at soccer. And
she's
we see
eating
the boys.
hard shit. She's eating so much shit.
The boys on Sam's team, the Buzzards, are also very bad. One has headgear, one's wearing a helmet.
Oh Lord! The second I see that, Sam showed up in the Mua. Showed up in full fucking padding, like wrist guards, elbow guards, knee guards.
Okay, we love a safe queen.
No, you're a child. You can take a hit.
Anyways, yeah, I wrote, are these Bulls coaches boyfriends? Anyways, at the cafeteria at school.
Oh wait, we didn't talk. Oh, I mean, we kind of touched on it. Whatever. Yeah, keep moving.
On what?
No, nothing. We're good.
Okay. At school, they were like in the cafeteria line, and Emma meets Greg. She's trying to introduce him to Sam because Sam's the one that has a crush. But she does the like, oh, we wanted to meet you, and he's like, we, and she's, because Sam chickened out. But the shirt that I believe it's Sam is wearing. Did you notice that shirt?
It's an Avril Lavigne shirt.
No, it's not.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I was barely paying attention to this movie, Sarah. I was trying to watch Supernatural.
Okay, I don't know. There's been articles written about it.
The shirt?
About the shirt. I think it's the same one that she's wearing, where it's like I can't even describe it. I'm gonna try to find it.
There are articles. What the hell is with this shirt? Is it
But
hers?
that's the thing is I'm trying to find an article about it, but I'm just typing in the shirt 2000s because it was like in every like 90s or 2000s movie, and it was like not good. It was like ugly. I'm gonna keep looking. I swear, a friend of the podcast, Miss 2005, I think found the shirt and has one. So I'm gonna try to look on that account. But as we keep going, and if it's not the same shirt, it's just as ugly. Where it's like it looks like Greek or some shit. It's fucking weird. Anyways, we have. Let's see. Oh, at practice, the first practice, we have the kid who was mean to Emma on draft day is on the team. We find out his name is Richie. Where Sam was like, "Oh, his sister, you know, what'd she do? Yell at him or something? Like he's a loser."
Mm.
But so she's gonna have to put up with him on that team, and we have Sam's team full of losers, like we said, headgear
Idiots.
losers.
Losers.
We have-
Losers.
We just have a montage of training, and then we get to the arcade where the dad is playing with some random kids. Kind of bro out.
I don't fucking know, dude. This dad needs some male adults. This
Yeah.
dad needs some grown ass men that he can go kiss. Sorry, play with.
Well, later he's
Still very
playing
gay to say
poker
that.
with them. But we have, let's see. Okay, so but at the arcade, this is where Sam and Emma are like, we don't like the teams we're on. We should trade places.
Because fucking Miss Mua is on a team that hates her because she's fucking bad at something that she was not good at to start with. And then Emma's over here suffering with this fucking loser team where the guy is like, if you make it through these cones, you get your pizza. She's like, I don't want fucking pizza.
I mean,
I want pizza.
I want pizza. Anyways,
but I don't want to do a sport and eat pizza at the same time.
They're like, mom's gonna find out, so we have to like tell her ahead of time. So they go to her, and the mom's like, oh, I actually can't come to any of your games because I'm gonna be working.
Why did they not just continue to speak with her? What
Because
the fuck was the whole point of this? They were fully ready to be like, hey mom, we hate this. Like, no offense, I was wrong. Like, I don't need to spend time with my, and that's the thing. You don't need to spend time with your dad like that. Okay? You don't need to spend time with your dad. If your dad is into sports, but you're not into sports, don't be mad when your dad doesn't like spend time with you that much, but you have like a sibling who is into sports. Like, I'm so sorry.
Sorry, I'm still trying to find the shirt. We have Dad's shop, and who do we see? Obviously, this movie is filmed in Canada because we have so many Canadian
It's
actors.
insane. When I saw little Michael Cera, I damn near fucking pissed myself.
I was like, I'm not gonna mention that there's a Michael Cera cameo in this. I want Juan to find out in real time. He's just in this small scene.
I was like, damn, that kid's fucking weird. And then I was like, wait a minute, that kid has a weird fucking face. Wait a minute, that kid has a weird smooth face. Wait a minute, that's Michael Cera.
Wait a minute, that kid looks like he would grow up to fight 7 evil exes.
That kid looks like he's gonna grow up to smack Rihanna's ass, and then she's gonna smack him so hard he gets a concussion.
Mm-hmm. I saw that movie.
That's a slay. I watched just that scene.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a Michael Cera cameo. He's getting mad at Dave because he's hurting him while he's putting on his new shoes he's maybe going to buy there.
I have delicate bone structures.
I was like, yep, that's Michael Cera.
Love him so much. But okay, but these girls literally give up so fast. They gave up so fast. They were ready to like explain themselves to their psychiatrist mom who, if she was a real psychiatrist, right? If she like actually cared about her children, she would have been like, all right, cool. You don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Like, all right. Or openly trade, like be like, yo, my daughter does not want to be on this team, but she would love to join yours. Do you want to switch?
Is that allowed?
I mean, fucking Millhouse. What's his name? Melrose, Milo, Willard.
Willard. We got there.
Willard. You think Willard gives a shit? He's sleeping on the job. He's eating pizzas. He's making those. I was so embarrassed when I said, wait, where is it? Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, well, first I wrote that the pizza took me the fuck out. And then seconds later, that conga line sent me straight to hell. When he was doing the conga line with the kids, I said no. I would have quit on the spot too. I'm sorry.
So the girls tell their dad they want to switch teams, meaning they want to switch places.
Why didn't they just switch teams?
And they have it all planned out. And yes, this dad, instead of maybe being like, well, why don't we just switch teams?
Maybe we can just ask Willard if you guys can switch spots because you clearly don't like the teams that you're on.
He says, yes. Great idea. Let's do it.
After these two girls chicken the fuck out from talking to their mom.
And I love when they say, we're identical twins. Like,
no,
so
they're
we can
not.
pull this off. And I'm like, you're not, though.
One is clearly taller than the other.
We've all learned, and we're all shocked to find out that Mary-Kate and Ashley are not identical. Which we've talked about.
They're not identical?
No.
How are they not?
That's what I'm saying. Like, but they look like.
I thought identical twins were just like, yeah, they like look similar. I thought like one could be taller than the other one, but like
they're fraternal twins, not identical, even though they look like a total copy and paste of one another, according to Yahoo.com.
Then why are they not identical?
Words have meaning. Isn't that what identical means? Like,
they're
you
fraternal,
look like
even
that.
though they look exactly the same.
Even though they look identical
means?
to each other, doesn't that mean that they're identical then?
Listen,
I don't know.
I am not a Hispanic. I am not a Latino. I am not Mexican, even though I was born in Mexico and my parents are both Mexican by blood.
And that's why you're going to run for president.
And that's why I'm going to run for president, because I'm white.
And you were born in the U.S.
Yeah.
Mi gente Latino.
Mi gente Americana.
We have the first game, which is the Hurricanes versus the Bulls. So that's Sam pretending to be Emma going up against the team that these gay men are coaching.
Sure.
And she's doing very well.
And everyone's like, no fucking way he turned that girl around. That mess. That mua.
We have the Buzzards versus the Redcoats. That's Emma as Sam. She's accidentally
she scored a goal and these kids are like, we fucking won. We fucking won.
Yes. Later at the Hurricane practice.
Super low standards.
We have Richie. Is that his name? Or is it Randy?
Richie Rich?
Reggie.
Reggie Ice?
The guy who was mean.
Oh. Reggie Rock.
Is the goal? Yeah, I think it's Richie. Reggie Rock. He says that Emma is not the worst player, and it's like, well, that's because it's not Emma, it's Sam.
He said, "You know what? I still don't fucking like you, but you're not the worst." And I said, "Well, there it is."
And then we have Greg showing up out of nowhere to ask Emma out.
Where did this kid come from and why is he here?
Like, how does he know? Like, there should have been a scene earlier where, like,
you should come to our
they
soccer
talk
practice.
about going to the game. But yes, so he goes and asks Emma out, and it's obviously Sam, so she's super excited. But now
I love when he's like, Emma,
and she's like,
Emma,
not responding.
Yeah.
She goes, "Oh right, that's me." Yes. Oh, we do have that scene of the mom doing laundry and being like, "Why are these jerseys not in the right bag?" Huh. How very odd.
Why? Please tell me the mic caught that because, oh Lord.
No, I heard.
Oh, thank you. I am so upset This is where I started to actually get mad. I'm typing in all capitals at this point.
Mm-hmm.
These girls, and these mom cause unnecessary drama for no fucking reason in particular. They just love to fucking stir the pot and make everyone's lives so difficult because this mom is trying to. Is this mom trying to research project her kids? She said, I've always was interested in sports psychology.
Yeah.
So what, your kids are your thesis statement now? You're
What's
still looking for that
sports
shirt, huh?
psychology? I am. I will find it. Someone out there knows what I'm talking about.
Work.
Anyways, we have
Well, and then this is when, so the mom, after this debacle, the mom goes to the library because the original plan for the girls was, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna Freaky Friday the fuck out of this, right? We're gonna parent trap this shit.
mhm.
I'm gonna pretend to be you. You're gonna pretend to be me on our separate practice days because I guess there's only one fucking field in this town that everyone can practice at. But while you're there, I'm gonna be at the library studying, and while you're there, I'm gonna be at the library studying. Kind of so like one is gonna be at the library and the other one's gonna be practicing, so they don't get like mixed up or whatever. And then the mom is like, "Oh my god, I don't know. I have to go do some research at the library." And I'm like, "You don't have the books to do research? Aren't you like a clinical psychologist? Why don't you have like your own research books?" But then she goes and she says, Emma, because Emma didn't think twice to change her hair or her looks. What if someone from the other team went at the library and they're like, Emma, why aren't you at practice? What about that?
All good points. What I will say is you did step over the date.
Oh god, because I didn't care about it.
Yes, we had like a little bit where Emma was teaching Sam about fashion and dating. These girls are 13, by the way. That's what it says in the Wikipedia, is that they're 13. Greg arrives and mom takes a second to wonder. That's another thing where she's like, where Sam leaves, but like Greg is like, oh, hey, Emma, great. And they leave. And then she's like, Sam? Like, after she leaves, she's like, that sounded and looked like Sam.
Is she just letting her
That's
13-year-old
weird.
daughters go on dates?
I guess.
As a clinical psychologist, you're kind of fucking terrible at your job.
And then at the date, we have Sam beating him at air hockey and apologizing.
She goes, sorry I whooped your ass in air hockey and skee ball and the token machine where you have to shoot the quarter and you have to make all the quarters fall.
Yeah. Oh, that one's rough.
If you play that game and you win, you're a fucking magician.
Who could ever win that one?
Have you seen the
Everyone was
video of
always
someone
trying to
winning
shake the
that shit?
machines, and then the alarm would go up.
Mhm.
I've never seen anyone win it.
I saw a video of someone winning like like a shit ton of money from it, and I was like, no way.
Money.
It was like real coins, like dollar coins.
Okay, so like a casino.
Yeah,
Okay.
that
I
shit
was
was
like,
crazy.
at Peter Piper?
No, this
They
was
giving you
money.
real money?
This was real money.
Yeah. And he at the end of the date says, you're a lot different than I thought you'd be. So she thinks she blew it by being too good at air hockey and shit. She said, I need to be femme. I need to be losing to this boy.
No, also wrong things to speak about anything. Never lose to anyone.
Well, and also we find out later that he like didn't have a terrible time. He was like, oh, I had a great time with her. He just doesn't show any emotion here, I guess.
He said, that was great. I'm gonna go home now.
Yeah. He doesn't
I
show
had a lovely
emotion
time.
until he gets to Ice Princess. But yes, the library scene is where she's like, oh, I must have like forgotten about practice. I've been like studying so hard. And then she's like, oh, I'll drive you to practice. And then she's like, oh, no, you're not. And she's like, no, I'll drive you. And she's like, fuck, man.
And then she gets out of the instead of just she's like, well, I never get to come to your games now, so I might as well go to your practices. And I'm like,
And whose
Who
fault
would-
is that?
Maybe you don't have a job. Maybe be a woman and stay at home.
Maybe stay it fucking up. Let's get back to when women couldn't work. Okay?
Period.
Oh, God. We're
Happy
going to be in the
International Women's
headlines.
Day.
People are going to take that one and run with it. So yes, mom is mad when she gets to practice and realizes what has been happening. And obviously, girl, word gets around because now we're at this coaches meeting and everyone's like, jail!
Literally,
Electric chair!
it's literally so psychotic. Like, what the hell? I'm trying to give myself a middle part.
Oh, I do that sometimes too.
I'm not on drugs. Ew, Sarah!
Devin Sawa, who?
Take a picture. Give yourself middle parts, please. You would look kind of okay. You look kind of cunt with middle parts. I'm not gonna
Everyone
lie.
start a hashtag. And we're gonna do middle parts.
Okay,
Middle parts for Women's Day.
let's do it. Give yourself a middle part. I'm not even joking. You look kind of good in it. No, that looks bad. No.
That's
like,
what, remember, that was like a whole thing of like Gen Z said no more side parts, they want middle parts.
Okay, yeah, but Gen Zers look kind of fucking douchey and like terrible in them. I'm not gonna lie.
Not like me.
No, you look great.
I could do, this is like Ryder Strong hair from Boy Meets World.
Actually, you know what? Don't do a middle part. I actually hate it. I'm not. Yeah, I actually hate it. Don't do the middle part.
I'm actually coming to my senses and I hate it.
Gen Zers, I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm gonna call you all out right now. Your middle parts make you look like fucking assholes. Cut your hair.
Well, yeah, middle parts are just associated with like, yeah, 90s and 2000s, like villain rich boys of movies.
And is that the look that they're going for?
Maybe.
Girl, pick a better avenue. We went fully off tangent. Where are we?
Anyways, the coaches meeting, so they decide that the Hurricanes have to forfeit their 4 first games.
Well, and then the dad is fully being like, y'all, why are you so mad? Willard is asleep.
He said, please show some grace, so show some compassion.
Like, he's fully like, why are you guys so mad? Willard literally doesn't give a shit. He's asleep.
Because you're hot and we're not.
So top that. They're jealous because of his hot body.
That
And
must
because
be
that
it.
gay couple wishes they could bang. They could bang that dad.
They were arguing in this meeting too. All
Damn.
signs pointed to them being homosexuals. Anyways, so now the girls have to switch back to their original teams.
They
was
take
what
away 4 of the
decided.
4 of the Hurricane wins, right?
Yes, for their wins, for their games. But now the girls are like, we're just gonna quit. Like,
This is fucking stupid.
let's not do this. And dad's like, no, it's not your fault. Like, you guys should still get to play. It's my fault.
But they don't want to be on the teams that they're on. Let them fucking quit.
Well, we still have 45 minutes of the movie to get through.
How else will we get to the rest of the 45?
At the
Without
poker
absolutely
game,
no more plot.
At the poker game, we have the coaches like passive aggressively calling the dad a bad person.
Crazy. Real
which
crazy.
was wild. And then we have the Buzzards, that's Willard's team, adding mom as a coach and Willard's therapist.
Because the mom wants to. Why? Where out of the blue did the... Oh, well, don't they... Yeah, because the mom and the dad have like an argument, right?
Oh yeah, they're arguing this whole movie.
And then she's like... She basically goes into like this, like... Because they're on a jog and she gets like kind of mad or whatever. And I think that's when she's like, well, I'm going to coach the other team. But then I'm like, why are you getting involved? Why are you getting involved? Even Sam is like, Mom, why are you doing this? And she's like, to make it more complicated for you. And I was like, that was worded really weird. This sounded like you were like, I'm going to make your life a living hell.
Because I want to ruin your life.
Like, all right, work.
At hurricane practice, we have Emma tripping this poor boy. We have her kicking chunks of grass. And after practice, Greg comes to ask Emma out again because, to his knowledge, that's who he went out with.
Mm-hmm.
And she has to say yes to avoid telling him that it was actually Sam he went out with. She thinks that Sam should tell her, which I get.
I would have just been like, yo, me and my sister tried this crazy like switching thing on the teams. Like, she really tried to do it for me.
But I get
You-
that she's like, you need to do this. Like,
You-
it was you that went out with him. You're the one who likes him.
You said yes in
do
the first
this.
place. Yeah.
So at school, when Sam wants to go tell him, she's like, we should just switch again. And Emma's like, no, go tell him what happened. So she goes and sits down, but she chickens out. And so they do switch, and Emma is gonna go in there and tell him. But then the forks. Sam is out there in the hallway, and the forks have fallen.
How did the forks get out there?
I don't know.
Why are the forks outside of the motherfucking cafeteria? And why are they silver? Why does the school have silverware?
They're economically friendly. Economically?
Economically friendly?
Ecologically.
Oh my god.
Economically friendly. I was like, what's eco short for? They're eco-friendly. Remember Devil's Greens?
Oh, I miss that place so much.
I was just thinking about them because they had the eco-friendly forks and stuff.
Oh,
Anyways.
wait, no. Was it Devil's? Where was it that we would always get our fancy dinners?
That was ingrained.
Oh, I miss Ingrained.
Devil's Greens was over by
Yeah, I never
Devil's
fucking
Diner.
went to that place because that place sucked ass.
Okay.
They
Okay,
didn't have
someone
any-
doesn't
it
like
was all
soups
vegan
and
options.
salads.
I didn't like it.
They had soups.
Ew.
You love soup.
I love soup. I love chowders.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure they had chowders. Anyways,
I don't
So
trust
he-
non-homemade soup.
he sees that. Okay. Does he even put two and two together?
No,
Because he looks upset, but I'm like, does he understand?
I think he
by
kind of gets
the
that
next
these.
time we see him, he's like, hey, I get it.
I don't know, girl. I don't fucking know what's going on anymore.
Anyways, the Buzzards versus the Redcoats. We have the mom talking to Helmet Head. The actor was actually on Strange Days at Blake Halsey High. Shout out Canada. But he doesn't want to take that helmet off, so whatever. We have the mom actually coaching, and she's like, Oscar, use your headgear.
Well,
to
first she's like trying to get
make
real
it clear.
metaphorical with it, right? She's trying to be like, imagine that you guys are flowers blooming on the field, but then you're a lawnmower. Like she's trying to get real like therapy with it, but then yeah, she basically goes into like, let's cheat.
And good for her.
Shit, whatever works at this point.
And shout out to Kids with Headgear. We hear you and we see you.
You guys aren't losers, you just look like one.
And then we have the Hurricanes game versus the Bulls. Yeah, we're not in the playoffs yet. Hurricane versus the Bulls. We have Emma distracting a player to get a goal when she's like, "Hey," and he's like, "Hi." You know,
Right, as one does in a
that's all
game.
she can do is talk. At the coaches meeting, they figure out the seeding for the playoffs, and we have a montage of the Hurricanes and the Buzzards winning, and wouldn't you know it, they end up playing against each other in the championship game.
How in the hell?
How truly? Like, I know the Buzzards, like, okay, you were able to use the headgear to your advantage for one game, but like, how did
What
they
the
keep
fuck?
winning?
How did the skill set of the other teams not manage to outweigh your trickery?
Your trickery and your one good player. Yeah.
Work, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but all of a sudden we're at the championship game.
And I love the classic like fat person like thread of like, I'll sit on you
Mm-hmm.
when they do that like, the coin flip or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Because they
and
have
we
a fat
also-
kid on the team, by the way. There's a fat kid.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
there's always a fucking fat kid on the loser team.
We also have the creepy funeral home guy who's a sponsor for the Buzzards.
Yo, what the fuck? That was crazy.
This should have been cut. It was
A
weird.
lot of this movie should have been cut. This should have been
yeah.
45 minutes.
Yeah, but this was weird because
He
he was
just
just
shows up,
creeping everyone out.
and then the mom goes, "Get away from the kids!"
Yes, it was
Like,
weird.
oh my god.
And then the championship games begin. Championship game begins, and this is the last 7 minutes, and it goes by so fast. Thank
Wait,
God.
you forgot to mention Emma and Sam's like goalie montage.
Oh, of her showing her. Yeah, she practiced or
Because
whatever.
I guess Sam, the Mua, is an
Mhm.
incredible goalie or some shit. Because Emma's over here sounding like an NPC, being like, "Awesome, that was good. That
Great
was
stuff.
good. Great stuff.
Yeah.
Good job. Great cock."
That's like, yeah, like when you're playing like those racing games at the arcades, and every time you hit a checkpoint,
Yeah,
that's what it sounded like.
keep going.
Checkpoint.
Checkpoint. Yeah.
Whoever that lady was, I love her. Wishing
She
her the
slayed,
best on this Women's Day.
she slayed the shit out of that.
Oh my God. So yes, Richie, the goalie for the Hurricanes, hurts his shoulder, and he says, "I can still play."
He said,
This
"I
poor
can still
kid.
do it. I can still play the game."
And he's like, no.
But then Emma and Sam throughout the whole game are like, "We hope this ends in a fucking draw because if either one of our parents wins, it's gonna be a divorce.
Mm-hmm. They called
Divorce
it.
City."
They called it. And then so Sam is like, "Dad, Emma's a good goalie. I've been practicing with her. Put her in there. Put her in the goal.
She's really good.
Checkpoint." He's like, okay. He's like, "Is this some trick from your mom?" She's like, "No, I'm your child. Listen to me."
Yeah.
So
Is
he
this your
puts
mom
her
pulling
in.
a fucking stunt?
Yeah, he puts her in the goal. Emma blocks Sam shot, and the Hurricanes win.
And this shit
Yay!
wraps up so fucking fast. Like I just blinked and it was over.
Exactly. I was like, why couldn't the rest of the movie feel that quick?
The amount of like weird, like I mean, the movie's done. The amount of weird scenes that were in this that are like, why am I having to watch them like just kind of talk
Yeah, like there
about
wasn't,
literally fucking nothing?
and that's why I thought it was gonna be more soccer. Better. I thought this was gonna be Bandit Like Beckham. She's the man level soccer play.
I thought this was gonna be like, what's that soccer movie where they're like really shit and then they get really good?
The Big Green.
Yes, I thought this was gonna be like big green level shit, you know?
Yeah.
Or like there's a sequence in here where they're just kind of like talking. Like Mary Kate and Ashley are just talking, but it sounds like, "How was your day?" "It was good." "Mine too."
like your Dora the Explorer.
"Let's go home." Yeah, like I'm like, what is this? Why are y'all just talking?
That is the end of the movie. We do have Greg asking Sam out.
These girls
And
just
it's
all get a
her-
date. Everyone gets a date.
Yeah, for real this time. And then Richie is like, "Well, I did always find you cute," and he asks her out. He asks Emma out.
And then she goes, "Well, I know someone who'd love. I know someone who we can go on a double date with."
And
Isn't
then
this how Passport to Paris ended?
they take their team photo. That's how most of these end. Is the girls both end up with
A guy?
the two guys that were in the movie.
Oh my god.
Is that not also how Hollywood Holiday in the Sun ended?
Literally, that's how every single one of them have ended.
This was the 2000s. The girlies. It was about getting boyfriends.
I'm tired of it.
Okay, well, I do have some IMDb reviews.
IMDb.
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 Oh shit, those
yes.
exist for these?
People had IMDb back in the year 2000 somehow. They were on dial-up writing this. This is by BL29X5, written April 2000. It says, "It is too bad this was not at theaters. This movie exceeds any limit or bounds of imaginative writing. I should say that whatever method of putting this on the silver screen where it belongs is well worth it. This film is truly breathtaking, and an Oscar-caliber performance by both sisters as they struggle in a world of pee-wee sports and puberty. The cinematography was captivating, to say the least. So I'm assuming that is sarcastic.
I hope the fuck it is.
Review from the year 2000. Sarcasm was around back then. That's when it started to take off. And then this one is from January 2003 by Jay Yarden. 10 out of 10 stars. I loved it. This movie is so good, I could watch it all day long. Mary-Kate and Ashley were robbed at Oscar time. If I got to be one of the actors, I would be so excited. I can't wait for the new Charlie's Angels movies starring Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Got the camera.
They can't see you unless you're making noise.
Got the camera.
Now they did not star in a Charlie's Angels movie. They had a cameo in one, so let's relax.
I do not look at. Where's my camera? Is that my camera? I don't understand how anyone in their entire fucking life can sit down for an hour and 45 minutes. This wasn't even that long of a movie. It was an hour and 23. How can you sit here and just watch this? I literally have no clue. I would rather watch a spring training game on wet ground with no hot dogs than watch this again.
And that's saying something.
Because I love hot dogs.
We have some tweets here. This is from Written Flair. Says, I used to practice the walk so many times. I haven't seen this movie in ages. I'm assuming that was in the how to like.
They do a montage where she shows her how to be a girly girl or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that shows how much we appreciated that scene. Allison McLean Merrill, who we know, says Trevor Blumas pre-Ice Princess. She knew. She noticed. You did not, but we noticed.
Well done.
Grace at Diva Grace 13 said, same writers as Model Behavior, and I realized both film feature the phrase pencil you in. They love that one phrase. That's their kind of phrase.
I'm a pencil you in.
Kathy Greenwood is a fun mom character, and I love the various coach personalities. Juan, I know you agree. There are a lot of scenes with one off-kid and adult characters that made me laugh the most. 3 stars. Well,
listen, everyone has... Is there one more?
Well, I was just going to say that Grace also tweeted a link to the movie on Daily Motion and said that there's also a Spanish version on there and that we should make you watch it twice.
I would rather not. If everyone on Patreon donates $10 to me directly, I will watch the Spanish version. I will live commentary the Spanish version. I will live on Twitch watch this movie. No snacks, no water, no phone. I will fully attention to the screen, the Spanish version.
Ay, que fabuloso. Anyways, okay, what are our final thoughts?
Yo, people, I'm not gonna yuck anyone's yum for real though. Like, if you like this movie, fuck yeah. I love some shit fucking movies. Like, what's a movie that you think that you're like you like that, but I know everyone hates that I like? Sarah, I know you know one.
I can't think of one off the top of my head. I mean, famously, I have never seen this movie, but I know you have the DVD, which is, I've said, is my least favorite thing about you, which is You, Me, and Dupree.
Oh, yeah! I love You, Me, and Dupree. I'm not even shitting. I don't know why I love it so much. See, like, I love some shit movies, like some terrible... People hate Cloverfield. I love Cloverfield. People hate the Cloverfield Paradox. I like the Cloverfield Paradox.
And people have said that Switching Goals is the Cloverfield Paradox of the Mary-Kate and Ashley dual-star productions.
Divisive. It's just so divisive. So I'm not gonna yuck anyone's yum. Like if you whatever you like, that's awesome. You know, I mean, as long as it's not hurting anybody. But this movie hurt me personally. So for me personally, I never want to watch this again. Again, if everyone on the Patreon donates $10 to me, not the group, not Sarah. Sarah gets no fucking coin out of this.
Mhm.
But if everyone donates $10 to me, I will live on Twitch watch the Spanish version of this movie. No food, no water, no phone, full attention the whole time.
I think it's okay to have water.
No water. I will.
You're not like going on Man versus Wild. What's wrong with you?
No electricity, no water.
You're Amish.
Oh my god. I had to pedal the power into the TV. But
I don't know
good
how
Lord.
many stars you gave Passport to Paris, Holiday in the Sun, When in Rome. So I also don't know how to compare. Like, it looks like I gave Holiday in the Sun 2 stars, Passport to Paris 2.5, and When in Rome 1.5.
How do you have these documents?
Because it's on my letterbox.
Oh fuck! Didn't Ivy do like a whole? Isn't someone doing a whole Google spreadsheet of all the ratings?
Shout out Megan did start that spreadsheet.
Let's go, Megan.
And we filled it up to a point, but I don't believe that is on there.
Fuck. You know what, Megan? You're doing God's work.
Maybe,
So no
maybe
judgment.
it is. Maybe it is. But share your thoughts, and then I'll look.
I think the dad, yes, is a misogynist, but I also think he's not wrong when he doesn't want to like make one of his daughters play a sport because she knows she's bad at it. But also, it's kind of like, why don't you just help her be good? You know what I mean? So it's like a weird dual dichotomy situation there. I still don't like. I hate the mom. I'm so sorry to moms everywhere and to people who like the mom, but I don't like her because I think she's shitty at her job, and she's kind of a shit parent for forcing her daughters to do something that they kind of didn't want to do in the first place, and then making the dad like actively engage in like saboteurism, like sabotage his own like team and like his other daughter's like happiness, because he was totally like, what if Sam gets picked and I don't get to pick her? And she goes, well, that's too damn bad.
Well, that's too damn bad.
Like, okay, cool. Like, you have a daughter that clearly wants to like have fun and do this with her dad. Let her do it with her dad. Like, what's the problem here? Yes, the other one does too, but she ain't good. The writing, mama, the writing, the plot.
I'll pencil you in.
I'll pencil you in. And with that, honestly, maybe it's also because I was like kind of tired today. But 0.25. I'll give it a 0.25 on the Richter scale.
Yeah, so I looked through this spreadsheet and it's not there. Because Megan did it up to a point, and then you and I in a YouTube video and on an episode ranked a bunch of the ones that were missing. Up all the way up to the Jenny project.
Slay. You know what, Megan? You did amazing. Thank you so much for this. You did great.
But I do plan on, because I'm logging all of our ratings on Letterboxd, I am planning on going through and listening to our ratings on all these
have to listen
episodes.
To like the last 10 minutes of every episode.
Yeah. No, I'm a completionist, so I have to listen to the entire episode just
You're
to
correct.
get to this thing. But so eventually, hopefully soon, we will know what the ratings were.
Remember when we used to do this every week?
Yeah. That was when we were like unemployed. And then if we were employed, it was like we were part-time. We were
now
young.
I'm almost like, let's do this once a month. Everyone gets one. I'm sorry.
We were so young. Okay, so you said 0.25.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 0.25.
I wrote down 1.5, but honestly, even that. Wait, did I give When in Rome 1.5? I guess it's maybe the same.
I think it's because it wanted to parent trap, but then also be like one of those like sports movies, but also like kind of half-assed it at the end.
Yeah.
Michael
Cera saves it.
Michael Cera really did save it. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of liked seeing him. He was a breath of fresh air. But
so, the top review on Letterboxd for this movie is Michael Cera shines as small child with a delicate bone structure trying on new shoes. 1 star.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 1.5 just because that's what I gave When in Rome. I probably should have just given When in Rome 1, and then this also 1. But oh well. I'll stick with it.
Okay then.
Well. Okay, well, that's switching goals. And now let's switch gears and talk about Iris.
You know, you can pencil Iris in on all your social media platforms, really just Twitter and Instagram. At Creamsicle Panda, follow Iris. She's our doll, the girl. She is the doll. She is the Mackie doll herself, the Bob Mackie doll. Follow her, support her art, support whatever the fuck she's doing. I need to text her at some point and be like, "Hey, girl, come to the Sunday Sips."
I thought of y'all because I made ramen at home. It was brothless
What
ramen.
the fuck is brothless ramen?
There's no broth. It was
Now,
actually
how the hell you do that?
It was actually Courtney from Smosh's spicy ramen recipe that I tried and cooked for the family, and it was very good.
How the hell do you make ramen with no broth?
You drain it, sweetie.
Like it's just noodles.
It's just, yes.
Ah, okay. I was like, the fuck are you cooking it in?
But I was like,
Air?
I would like to do. I didn't say waterless, waterless ramen. How are you cooking it? Air fryer? But I would like to do I would like to try cooking my own regular broth-full ramen, aka just ramen with a side of broth. And I was thinking about when we went to that ramen place and I had it, and how I never eat my ramen, my egg.
Yeah,
I always go, here, you want the egg, because I don't want the egg. Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I thought of y'all. I was like, oh yeah, we went to that ramen place that I can't remember the name.
We should go get ramen or sushi again. That was always really didn't we go get ramen at Shady Park?
No, I've never been there.
It's kind of bad now, so I don't recommend going. Oops.
No, we went to some place in like Chandler or Gilbert or something.
That place was banging. Yeah, we should go again.
But I couldn't tell you what the name was.
I really want
so young.
And ramen again. I haven't had that shit in a minute.
We were so young. That was years ago. But yes, shout out to Iris. Happy Women's Day to you, sweetie.
Yes, International Women's Day.
If you want to follow us, we're at Planet Weird Pod. Hello, on everything that you could imagine, except for about half of the things you could imagine, actually. Instagram, we are on Instagram. We're not on Facebook. We're not on TikTok. We're not on Truth Social app. That's like the Donald Trump right-wing app. We're not on the Jeremy Renner app, sorry, but we're not on the Mark Wahlberg Catholic app he just made or whatever.
Oh, even worse.
But other places you can find us at Planet Weird Pod, including Letterboxd. Like I said, follow us because we're backlogging all the ratings and then updating bi-weekly with our ratings for these movies that we're doing right now. And we're on Tumblr too, so hey Tumbies.
Let's get on that tumble. Let's get
those flower crowns back on.
Oh God.
If you want to support us, you can buy some merch if you would like. There's links in the description. In our web store, we just put up Phil the Future stickers. So if you want a cute sticker of Phil Diffie and it's all sparkly, then buy one and we will mail it to you. Free shipping. It's in a stamped envelope, so come get them. And then if you want to buy something from our TeePublic store, all the month of March, all the proceeds from that will be donated to Care for Gaza. They have a GoFundMe that has been set up. We're going to donate to that, just helping out in some small way that we can. So just buy some merch or something. And then, of course, if you want to support us on Patreon, then you can do so. We got bonus episodes this month that are going to be about Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, a show that no one remembers, really. And then otherwise, you get video versions of this podcast or other things. If you want to see pictures of the 3D printed wizard from Phil the Future that I made, it's on the Patreon. Go look, go look. Thank you to our patrons. Our $5 and up patrons get a shout out. That's Lindsay, Britt, Enrique Buenrostro, Jose Contreras Jr., Grace, and Ivy Golazo.
Good job.
Because I think we've done goal, so now we'll do golazo.
Okay,
Because soccer.
we'll take it. Golazo.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we will see all y'all later. Goodbye. Don't push your kids into recreational sports if they don't want it. And we'll catch you later. Bye.
Goodbye.